Merry Christmas!
Hey guys, and welcome back to Film Feud. I'm Jeff.
Lex.
And I'm Juan, and we have, for a very special Christmas edition, two of probably the best animated films out there for Christmas. Lex, tell us what we have.
We're doing The Polar Express today and A Christmas Carol.
Yes.
So I think we should start with Christmas Carol first. And I thought The Christmas Carol this is my first time seeing it, and I thought it was very interesting. It was a very interesting take on the story of the Christmas Carol. Although I did think it was a much darker than I expected.
I think you should specify this specific version.
Yeah, you should.
It's this is the Disney version.
Yeah, Jim Carrey's version. Because
Yeah.
there are an abundance of A Christmas Carol versions.
Yeah, so many. I liked it. I thought it was really interesting in how they took the take on it, and it was very
Yeah, it stayed more true to the original.
Yeah.
It wasn't as, I guess, it didn't derail as much as other versions tend to. It's usually this one stayed a lot truer to the actual story and what the spirits, apparition, ghosts, whatever look like.
Yeah, I can definitely attest to that because I have some personal background with The Christmas Carol. I was in two different productions of it, both as Mr. Fezziwig, and so I know this play pretty well. So, and it stick pretty true. Some of the lines were verbatim, straight from the original
the
text.
old English type. Yeah.
I like one of the best aspects I thought about it was how it looks. It's very, very detailed and very pretty, in a way. And maybe not pretty, but very I'm trying to think of the word.
Easy on the eyes.
Yeah, it's really gorgeous to look at.
It's
It's almost similar to that of Big Hero 6 and how it's kind of how detailed and very nice it looks.
Yeah, how detailed it is. I mean, it's on a different level because the years in between are there's so much. Yeah, you can definitely tell that there's definitely a long time span in between both of these movies, but it's you can really. It's still pretty. It still looks good.
Yeah, it looks really good. And like I said earlier, I think one of the things that took me to surprise when I first saw it was how kind of creepy the movie is and darker.
It's terrifying.
I wasn't expecting that at all.
I remember when I was watching with my family and my brother got freaked out by the part with the children, the small children.
Oh yeah, that part.
Yeah, that part's really freaking creepy. Yeah, it's
You
creepy.
could have done without that for a second.
Yeah, you really could have. It's terrifying. There are parts in it where you're like, Jesus Christ, why? Why would you show this to a child? I know it's it's a cautionary tale. And there's a reason for that, but still, it's terrifying.
It shouldn't you would think Disney version wouldn't be
that.
so.
Yeah.
But I mean, Disney does Pirates of the Caribbean, so they do stretch it off a little bit.
I totally give them props for doing it like that.
Yeah.
And kind of
I think that's better. Yeah, it's true. I mean, they do have their kiddie version. They have the Disney Mickey version. Yeah, with
so opposite.
Yeah, which I do like that one as well. That one actually does show the whole feast thing with the crouches, which is cool.
I think the tone itself kind of sets this movie apart from other Christmas movies, but in a good way.
Yeah, it's a lot more serious, and it's more
serious.
There's a lot more underlying themes with Christianity and morality and original sin and everything. And other Christmas movies tend to be a lot lighter. This one's a lot darker.
Yeah.
But I mean, the context is a lot different too. It's coming from when it was written. It was 1700s, 1800s.
Because when I saw Jim Carrey Disney, I expected kind of a more funny
version.
I mean, there were some funny parts. Kind of. But it really wasn't that funny. And
it was a dark humor sort of funny. It was
it was a dark humor kind of funny.
Or you're being a dick, Scrooge. That sort of funny.
Wow, you're kind of an asshole.
Yeah, not the traditional Jim Carrey sort of version.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, that's good. I mean, as soon as it started, I got the tone right away, and I was like, okay, the funny, lighthearted is gone. Okay, I'm ready to go with this story.
Yeah, it's deeper. It's a lot more serious. It's kind of in contrast to Polar Express.
I feel like it really took you on that. It really focused on the adventure part of it.
Yeah,
but with a darker tone to it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, because this version compared to other versions. Really, like Jeff, you were saying, it just looks visually stunning. Yeah, was that what you were looking for?
That's what I was looking
Visually
for.
Visual
stunning,
stunning.
first of all. The animation is great, but it really, rides on that adventure feel.
Yeah, it really does, which is pretty interesting, and I think they give a good amount of time to each like spirit. Like there's an allowed amount of time that each of them seem to have, and it's like it goes through the process of like all the past, present, and future like really well.
I noticed that. Yeah, they give each like the first spirit, second spirit, third spirit, and in the end they give it like an equal amount of time, a really good amount of
Yeah,
time.
which is good because that's how the book's set up too.
That's what I was hoping for.
The book is set up in like stabs where like it's like these like parts, and that's how it's like. And the movie's kind of set up that way too.
Yeah.
We have like the beginning, the three apparitions, and then you have the ending.
Yeah, and I thought they did a really good job, and the pacing was really good too.
The pacing was really good.
It was moving.
It didn't
moving.
seem laggy at all. It didn't. It seemed like it flowed really well. Everything like made sense.
It didn't get very It didn't like kind of slow down really at any point after
Yeah,
they started. After the ghost started coming,
yeah.
it was like
It
boom.
wasn't stale. Like the only
No.
time that was a little bit slow was the beginning. But that's about it.
Yeah,
but it jumped in
I
pretty
guess
quick.
And I'm kind of okay with slow beginnings because
Yeah.
you're setting things up.
It's like
you
a
know?
workup.
Yeah, you're getting to it, which is fine. And I liked how they spent some time after he saw the ghost, and he was kind of becoming good.
Like you
It went back.
Yeah, and you kind of instantly saw that. I think you instantly saw that he's just a soured person. He's
Yeah.
not a bad person. He's just like bitter. It's not, and that can easily happen to anyone. Like you see, like you don't get the entirety of his backstory, but you get like snippets, like enough where you can piece it together.
You get enough,
and you're
yeah,
like,
good.
he's not a bad person.
No.
He's just sort of like
He's gone through a lot.
and you can see that like he's like remorseful when he's talking to the
Yeah.
spirits.
Especially when they start coming, yeah, you can tell that he
Yeah.
kind of feels bad about his past.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like ready to change if he gets a chance.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say something.
I feel like seeing his partner Marley, that really,
That's what solidified it.
yeah, and that's what also like sort of jump started it because he saw what happened to him, and if he doesn't change, that's
Yeah.
what he's
Yeah.
doomed for.
Because he like straight out was like, yeah, so I look like this. Imagine what you're gonna be like because you were 10 times worse than me
Yeah.
this entire time. So,
Yeah, his
and
fate-
you've lived longer than me to create even more problems.
His fate looks like straight hell. Like,
Yeah.
I would not. That scares me.
That's like terrifying. Yeah.
That is
It
terrifying.
really is. It was like, okay, what did you do in your life
Yeah,
to make
wow.
this
No
gosh.
rest, no peace for eternity. That's kind of scary.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you have to lug that literal baggage around with chains. It's crazy. Like that's absolute. Like that just sounds awful.
Yeah.
You die in like. But I mean, I think that's kind of the point. That's why it's a.
Yeah, if it's that being there, kind of sets the tone for that part for him to change, and he sees
Yeah.
what he probably would eventually would have become if he didn't go through all his
Exactly.
ghosts and decided to change.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I have really for Christmas Carol. Unless you guys have anything else.
Yeah.
I
That's
think I'm
about
good.
it. Yeah.
I'm good with Christmas
about
Carol. Let's move on to the Polar Express. Jeff, talk to me.
Man, Polar Express is one of my favorites. I love this movie. One of the things I love about it the most is the story. I think the story itself is very original. It came from the book, and I love how it takes you on that train. It's very like the adventure. It's about the
Yeah,
adventure of
yeah.
going to the North Pole, and I love all the things the main character goes through. And I don't know, it's
Very
a lot to like
childlike.
about it. Yeah.
Very childlike, very like wonder.
Imaginative, yeah.
And I remember when I first watched this movie, I actually didn't like it.
Really?
And it wasn't
Oh.
because.
Jeff, let's go. Feud right now.
It wasn't because of the story itself. It was actually because of the animation. I feel like A Christmas Carol is a lot more crisper. And then when I watched this, I felt like it was very like, like I don't know, like it sort of bothered me actually the way it
Well,
looked.
Yeah. At the time, I feel
Yeah,
like it
keep
was,
in mind the time difference.
Well, yeah, I completely understand the time difference.
Yeah.
And like I like it now, but when I first watched
You're like,
it,
ugh.
I didn't like it how it looked at all.
Yeah.
That really distracted me from like how really liking the story. And I like the story now, and I've rewatched it.
Mm-hmm.
But and you do get that. It's a whole like wondrous sort of adventure and this nice spirit of Christmas, and you get like all these children and it's sort of, it's just nice, and like particularly like the one like girl character. I don't even know. Like, do they even have
really
names?
Have names. No,
yeah,
either.
they don't have
it's
names.
like hero boy, hero girl.
Yeah,
It's
Billy.
Billy.
Yeah.
That one.
Billy.
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 Yeah.
Look at you, Billy. You know what I'm talking to.
But yeah, like she's sort of like the voice of reason.
Yeah.
Throughout the thing.
I love the execution of this and like just how everything's done, and I love the story behind it, because it's overall like believing is, what is it? Believing is seeing.
Believing, it's like
Seeing
he's
is believing.
Or
No,
it's like
believing is seeing.
I love that message.
That was also in
butchered that.
Santa Claus.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
It was Standing Santa Claus.
Yeah.
And I mean, I love how it kind of at the end you kind of see like the Christmas spirit never truly, if you truly believe it, it'll never truly leave you. And man, I really like that how it ends.
Exactly.
Too.
But the
Ends so
ending is
well.
great, yeah, because they're like his sister could hear the bell like when she was younger,
Yeah.
but like as he's gotten older,
They kinda, like, hits you.
he can't hear it anymore, but he still can, which is cool because he still believes.
Because he went in along.
Yeah, and he went and he saw it, which I think that's a bit of a contradiction, though. I think because it's like believing is seeing,
Yeah,
and
you
seeing
no
is
matter what,
he's
even
like
if he didn't
seeing
see.
it. Believing is seeing, but then if you didn't see it, you probably would be like everyone else.
Yeah.
So like,
That's true.
yeah.
What else do I like about this? I mean, I'm trying to think what else. There's so much. I think the music works really well. The musical parts kind of, they're like in there. It's not a musical per se.
Yeah, it's
but
not.
they fit.
It's not characterized as a musical, but it fits. The musical parts that are in it fit really well into
Yeah.
like the whole theme of the story, and they're like really light, and they're really like they're not really Christmassy, but they're definitely like they fit the overall theme of like the joyousness of Christmas.
Yeah, and I love the how they kind of perceive the Christmas like village to be, like Christmas town, like how they kind of, I like how they go through it, like you get to see what it's like, not only like from human world going, not the human world, we know, I mean, like the human's perspective going on the train, and they eventually get there and they get to see the town and like, what the elves do and what they think it like looks like in there.
Yeah, exactly.
I love that. And, I mean, it's just another thing that adds to what I like it a lot.
I think if there's one word to describe this film, it would be magical.
Yeah, really.
It's really
So it
magical.
has such a sense of wonder and like magicalness to
Believe.
it. Yes.
Yeah,
And
believe.
like
Those are so cool. I remember watching it. I was like, I want my ticket.
I know, yeah.
Yes.
I think it says believe, and
Well, what does mine say?
again, that fits in so good with the message, and I'm all about
like,
that.
yes.
I love that.
I know. I wanted that so bad. And like, I tried to do that with like paper. I was like, I would have.
It's frustrating.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn it. I like how the main character goes through that kind of
That journey.
Well, yeah, that journey, because at first
Yeah.
he's like, I don't know if I believe. You begin to see him with all those books of like the North Pole and how it's like very like unlikely to be inhabited by life, and then he's like kind of not really believing, and then he goes on that journey, and then he goes completely full around to believing, and he actually seen it. So I like how you kind of see him, and he questions it along the way, and people help him out, and I don't know, I like that too. I think that's really interesting.
But yeah, the message is nice.
It's like every kid goes through that,
Yeah.
and you're seeing this kid go through it too.
Yeah. Do you think the entire journey itself, do you think it's a physical journey or do you think it's a dream?
I was bringing that up too.
Yeah.
I don't know. It doesn't even really hint at that it was a dream or if it was like anything
It seems
else.
really real.
It seems real, yes,
Yeah.
it does.
Like I think but then there are certain instances where you're like, is it a
because then in the
dream?
morning there aren't any train tracks on in the thing.
Exactly.
But that's the only hint
Then,
that is.
but then is it magic? Is it just because it's magic?
Yeah, could it be magic? Exactly.
Because the entire movie is magic. So like that is a perfectly logical explanation for this movie.
Yeah.
Like it could have been
Magical.
real.
There you go.
himself is magic.
Magic,
So
yeah.
Exactly.
Santa can exist, then the Polar Express can exist.
Exactly.
Yeah.
With no traces of it.
Yeah. So,
I kind of always believe that he really did go on that trip.
I agree.
Thought about
It always seemed more like a physical journey than a.
and I kind of want to believe he went on it too. You know,
Yeah.
I kind of don't want to believe it was a dream.
Because I mean, you could extend that all these children are having the exact same dream and are in the same consciousness as one another because of Santa's magic. But I mean, it's just nicer to think that people are really there.
Yeah, it's not nice to like not think
Yeah.
too deep. It's like they
Yeah.
all went on it. It was great. It had hot chocolate. They went all down that
Exactly.
roller coaster ride. It was awesome.
And then like thinking it's a dream makes it seem farther away, and that's kind of sad.
Yeah, it kind of makes you feel like a little bit like what they don't want you like not believing.
Yeah,
in a way.
exactly.
You want to believe that he went
you actually
went
physically
there.
went there, and that's why like he believes it and everything, and it's just it's better that way, I think.
I'm still waiting for the train to come around my neighborhood.
I know, when is this
Yeah, where are
happening?
you?
I mean,
And I
we're
went-
old now.
I know, and I still want the first gifts of Christmas. Like I'm still waiting. Like
Yeah,
I
Want
want
still
Tom
waiting.
Hanks to bring
Tom
me hot
Hanks.
chocolate?
Hot
Yeah, Tom Hanks, pick me up, bro. I'm
Yeah.
still waiting. It's been
They-
like 10
They
years.
need to have like a musical of it, and then they bring the audience all hot chocolate.
Can I,
Stop. I love that.
can I be in it? Can I tap dance in it? That would be
So
great.
great! Oh my god, so awesome!
Yes.
Oh,
That's great.
it really is. It's it's a good movie.
It's one of my favorites Christmas movies.
Christmas movies.
Yeah.
From my instance, it's a little bit different from well, I don't know, not everyone's, but like from these two at least. Like I'd grown up, reading the actual book itself and like being read to about the Polar Express, and way before it was even going to be a movie. And so when the movie finally came out, we got to finally see what the magic was of the book, and it was just amplified so much when I first saw it. So that's why like I really enjoy the Polar Express.
You got to see it come to life almost.
Yes.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's just like if you read any book before, like The Hunger Games or Harry Potter or
Yeah.
Twilight, you got to see the entire thing come to life. Whether you like that or not
Yeah.
is a different story, but it's
Yeah.
still like, particularly with Harry Potter, it's like a magical sort of like thing.
Yeah, the magic is there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's all I have to say. I thought I talked about that one for a while, but I'm good for that.
I think we did it
We're
justice.
good.
All right, so we have made our cases for both films. It has come time to decide which will we save, which will we push off. So, how we did it last week, it was
It was you, me, Lex.
Yeah.
Yes. So let's go.
Lex, you, me.
Yeah.
Okay, that works.
Cool.
All right,
Lots of planning here.
Lex.
All right. My decision is for the Polar Express.
That's good.
Sorry.
That's all right. My decision will be for the Polar Express as well.
Yep.
So, Jeff.
I keep been listing it all of what I've been saying.
Yeah, I mean,
Where this
you
is
can
going.
gather what is happening.
My pick is the Polar Express. Let's go, all aboard.
You need a conductor hat.
I couldn't pick against it. I mean, the Christmas Carol is good and all, but this movie just means a lot to me. Get out of here.
Sorry, Charles Dickens.
Yeah, sorry, Charles Dickens.
Sorry.
He's rolling over in his grave right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
We'll have to apologize for this episode when we die.
well, guys,
We'll be like, what the hell?
that was a good episode.
That was a very good
It was,
episode.
yeah.
I think this wraps up Christmas for us, right?
This
Yeah,
does wrap up the
definitely.
Christmas season for us. Hope you guys have had a happy holiday season, happy Film Feud holiday season. We've had so much fun making these, and hope you stick around for the new year.
And
Yep.
see us kind of venture out from Christmas movies.
Yeah, that'll be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all trying to do that.
Refreshing change.
Yes.
We're running out of Christmas movies.
Yeah. That's for sure. Well, guys, I think it's time to wrap this up.
All
right.
right. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, do whatever
All
makes you
those-
feel
All
happy.
those fun things.
Makes us feel happy too.
Yes,
Yes.
we really appreciate them.
Yeah.
You guys have a Merry Christmas, and we will see you next week.
Merry Christmas, guys. See
Merry
ya.
Christmas.
Happy
See ya.
holidays.